And ministers have pledged to restore order to the roads, they say, by introducing a series of tougher rules for drivers, including compulsory eye tests every 3 years for people aged 70 or over. Those who fail the test would lose their right to drive under the new proposals. So, Gloria, I mean, I'm nearly there, but you're definitely there.
I'm well and truly there.
You're
I'm
well
beyond.
and truly there.
I must say, when I read this in the paper today, I sort of had a big flutter in my tummy. I thought, I hope I never have to do that test, because, of course, girls, I would say that I think I'm a very good driver. I think women are good drivers, better than men, dare I say. Anyway, I said it, so there we go. And, but ever since I got my driving test, you know, at 17, 18, whatever I was, it was that feeling of freedom. And I still feel exactly the same, that if for whatever reason I failed my test... Now, I know that eyesight is truly important if you're going to have a driving licence and you're on the roads. I understand that, of course. But if I failed it, I would feel as if I'd lost my freedom. You know, would I have to ask everybody to take me out or take me to the shops? I would hate it.
But do you think it's fair that they're saying, well, you know, eyesight is very important and every 3 years you have to renew your licence anyway over 70, we're just going to test your eyes, and if we don't think that's right,
well, they do it for
dangerous.
lots of medical reasons, like...
Alzheimer's, my dad's licence
yes, exactly.
was taken away.
And, yes, I'm just thinking of the other one. What's the other one where you fall down?
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy, yeah. I mean, they take your licence away automatically.
Yeah.
And Parkinson's disease, they do it. But anyway...
You know, you have to be safe driving, and we can all say, oh, I love driving and I want my independence. But if they do a test and go, Ruth, you literally can't see from here to there, I shouldn't be on the road.
But if you want to talk about safety in driving, I mean, 1 in 5 young people crash in the first year of passing their test. And I think the statistics for accidents amongst the young, when they've just passed their test, are really, really so much higher than in the older age bracket. And I think part of the problem is what Gloria's identifying, which is, where's the infrastructure to support these people if they do fail the eye test and they can't drive? You know, if you're an older person in a rural location, there aren't buses anymore, there's no means of transport. How are you supposed to get your shopping? So I think, you know, in a way it needs a more holistic look at it, and there needs to be infrastructure put in place so that people can actually get on with their lives at the same time. I mean, of course you should have an eye test, you know, of course you have to be... You know, I know one of the first signs of my mother's dementia was driving extremely erratically. And obviously that's not good, but actually the percentage of older drivers who die themselves in car accidents is much higher than with young people, because I think that they're a danger to themselves rather than necessarily to other people, because they're driving a lot slower.
This plan was mooted because there were inquests into deaths, and often it was found that the driver had failing eyesight. And I would say, you know, I can understand people saying, oh, it's not fair and I'd lose my independence and there's no bus. But if, you know, my son got knocked down by a 75-year-old and I found out they couldn't see, I wouldn't be very happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, of course it makes sense, and we're the most lax in Europe as well, so... You know.
But everything you say is correct. Of course it's correct, and I started off my own little rant about the fact that I understand that eyesight's really important. But you can't help that feeling inside your soul if you've been driving, in my case, for heaven only knows how many years. And if I thought I might lose it, I would be bereft.
Do you think it's fair, Brenda?
I personally don't see anything wrong in, if you've had a driving test and you've passed your driving test at 21 for 30, for you to go to have another update or whatever, and 40 and so on. I don't see anything wrong with it. At the end of the day, prevention is better than cure. Yeah. People might come for me for saying that, but I don't think it's an age thing, because your people are getting sicker, younger, and, you know, dementia just doesn't apply to somebody who's 70 plus.
True.
There are younger people getting dementia and other illnesses that could prevent them from driving. So I don't see anything wrong in taking the test, and if I have to...
That's a good point.
Most people wouldn't pass their test if they had to do it 5 years after they'd
if you take eyesight, we probably wouldn't.
But what I'm thinking is, every year a new road sign comes out. How many of us could put up our hand and say we know 15 of those road signs straight off? Men or women.
Zero.
And even people that... It's always being updated. So as it's being updated, we should be updated to go along with it.
We asked you at home, thank you very much for taking part. We'd love to know what you think. We asked you, should drivers over 70 have regular eye tests? And 82% of you said yes, you think they should. Only
it's because it's such a lot of young people
so
watch
young
the programme. That's what it is.
What does the audience think? What percentage? Who in the audience thinks that, yes, that would be fair enough, over 70?
Nobody want to say anything.
See, much kinder here,
Not so many in here.
I think
we're
it
all
should be
older.
very much more inclusive. But you just be inclusive. Why are we ageist? Just ageist society.
Well, I think it's because the number of accidents that occur happen with the very young and with the
and also
with the very old.
statistically, your eyesight gets worse as you get older. It's just
It
fact.
covers
What,
everybody.
what are you saying?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oops.